Well, hello. We can't say this is Halloween edition. I did want to get into some real scary, mind blowing shit. And we still got time. Hope you guys are enjoying the little intro music for Midnight Metanoia. Tonight, we are meeting with the energy of Jaleayah Davis. And when I say meeting with the energy, as you know, if you don't know this first time you come across my video, I am a spiritual advisor, energy interpreter. And so messages come through me to me, and I interpret what I'm sensing. Now, of course, all things are alleged to have proven otherwise. A lot of other people say that, they are entertainment purposes only. I don't think anything's entertaining about tapping into someone's energy and saying what you're sensing. And so either way, there's many techniques I do when I am tapping into this energy. And tonight we're doing the Jaleayah Davis. Okay. Now, I don't know why did I not upload a picture of her. Oh my God. Maybe it will be on the front cover. What they call it, the screen cap. Either way, this is Midnight Metanoia. So it is the full moon as well as Thursday night. So either way, I wanted to tap in before I get into some tea. Now, I did a video 3 days ago, and it was actually the preview of this. Now, someone sent me this story about a young woman who was tragically, her life ended tragically. And of course, the family wants answers. Now, I did kind of look up a little bit before I put this promo together, so I got some of the screenshots from. There's a Facebook dedicated to her, started by her mom. She said the other one was hacked. And when I saw that video and they were saying that, and I saw the little screenshot, I said, okay, let me stop looking, because I like to interpret energetically what's going on to keep my own energies and opinions from interfering. Okay. Tapping in, of course, like I said, when I'm sitting down doing these sessions, I kind of just go with the flow, allow the energy to come through, and things may be shouted out. I may say a color, I may say a shape, I may say a name, whatever. Things just come to me and I speak out what it is. It's very rare that, because I'm doing this live right now, it's very rare that I do live videos and I'm doing readings in the live videos and I'm channeling one person's energy, then someone else come forward and say, hey, in the chat you mentioned something, or during the videos you mentioned something about blah, 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 blah. And I feel like you were talking to me because I blah, 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 and whatever. And of course that happens sometimes, very seldomly though. And so colors and stuff I do throw out is just to let you know that I'm tapping in. So like I said, her mother posted a Facebook page, and I'm actually going to pull up the little story right now of Jaleayah Davis. And this happened in 2011, y'all. This happened quite some time, and they're still trying to figure out what has happened to this. I believe that she also had a documentary on Netflix, right? And so either way, Jaleayah Davis was 20 years old from Marietta, Ohio, who had gone out on Friday night, November 18, 2011 with some friends. Christine Beck told Jordan Campbell, Freddie Scott, and Katie Nelson. I feel like there's two other people here, right? Two other people here, according to police reports. At 3:41 a.m. Saturday morning, a 911 call was placed by a motorist who reported that he saw a car broken down near mile marker 181.6 in the northbound lanes of Interstate 77 near Parkersburg, West Virginia. He walked southbound 2/10 of a mile to what he thought was a human being lying dead on the highway. He approached hoping it was a deer and discovered Jaleayah's badly damaged body on the ground. This already sounds a little fishy. Have they released to the public who was this person who called in? Um, because this seems a little fishy. At least whoever put this together, I'm reading gavinfish.com. Maybe this is the way he put it together, or they put it together. But it said he walked southbound 2/10 of a mile to what he thought was a human being. He calculated 2/10 of a fucking mile. Bitch, is it 500 feet, 200 feet, 400 feet, 600? I mean, what is 2/10 of a mile? I mean, we know what it is, but I'm saying, like, girl, what type of reporting is that? On top of that, to what he thought was a human being, and they have this in parentheses, a human being lying dead on the highway. He approached hoping it was a deer. How do you hope it's a deer, but you assume that it's a human being dead as you're walking up to it? That sounds very fishy. And while I'm reading this too, I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties here. There we go. I have to refresh the page. Okay. So either way, her body was no longer attached to her body according to the 911 call transcript. Authorities announced over a year later that following the investigation, Jaleayah Scott died on an accident with alcohol being a contributing factor. Her family disagrees with the finding according to their Facebook page, Justice for Jaleayah. According to Kim Davis, Jaleayah's mother, her colon had been neatly placed on a guardrail next to her body. Her bra was placed under her shirt, which was placed under her coat. Mark, this name comes up. Which was placed under a coat. Crime scene photos appear to corroborate Davis' statement. This seems to suggest that somebody else was at the scene of Jaleayah's death before the motorist who called 911. Saturday, November 19, 2011, crime suspicious death location. So is going into what happened. I think the family want to know if this was a cover up, or is this just, an accident? From what I saw, Okay. That was actually a bit weird. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty, and this is a fully charged device. And literally, first the site wouldn't load up. And so, either way, there's something with a guy named Marco Marcus. It's something with the month of October connected to him. I don't believe in coincidences. Literally, while I'm sitting here preparing for this stuff to come back on, um, Earth sign energy comes up, and then, of course, going into um, Ten of Clubs. I think that this man is older, younger energy, and he owns a business. I don't think he's law enforcement. I feel like he's connected to this. And this came up too because as I'm going through the story of her clothes being tucked away, I'm seeing this person, Caucasian male. I'm seeing him put the clothes perfectly where they were at. As I was saying before I got off of here, the mother is wanting to know if this was a cover up. Is this, was this really a death? I did see some pictures on Jaleayah, Justice for Jaleayah. I don't know if the pictures were reversed or if I was seeing them reversed, but it appeared that a lot of the damage that happened on the vehicle was on the left side of the vehicle, which is the passenger side. So they're saying that this was a single person, one car accident, but who was driving her car? So this goes into a lot. And like I said, I'm willing to stand corrected, but I'm re-seeing the car now. It's a silver car. And I don't have any device in my hand outside of the one that we're talking on. But it was beat up in the front and it had a lot of damage on the passenger side. I believe I even, yeah, I feel that, yeah, there was clearly somebody that was driving the car. Clearly somebody that was driving the car. And this is all a setup situation without me even pulling and tapping into energies. Cover up. Whoo, definitely cover up. Okay. Three significant energies here. We have the Three of Hearts, the Three of Clubs, and we have the Five of Spades. Okay. Three of Hearts is, three is a company, bothersome company. Oh, God. What is coming up for me here? A guy, there's something with a guy, a friend not being okay with a guy liking Jaleayah. This one is coming up for me. There's something with three's the crowd, three's the company, bothersome, making peace. Somebody got really, 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 really ticked off. Fidgety, deception, lies, fear. There was a lot of oh my God, there's a lot going on. This person is, oh, oh wow. Okay. Let me go into this. We have the Three of Clubs. The Three of Clubs, stubbornness, watch your temper, and a fight. There's a woman that keeps coming up. There's a woman. This woman is a white woman, or she appears to be white. And her face looked chubby, but I'm not seeing her body, but her face looks like it's a fuller face. And during this time, there's something with earrings. I'm seeing a dangly earring, something significant with earrings. But there's definitely a fight that happened. This is definitely an argument between a guy or over a guy liking her, or a guy and her, something with her and a guy. And this woman was not okay with that. She was a bit upset about it. Going into the Five of Spades, don't join a crowd, watch your back. I feel like she was warned about this situation. I feel like she was warned about these people. I mean, the story says that she barely met these new friends. I feel like this is all alleged, because something comes up like um, 3 to 5 months prior, something happened, something went down. So I don't know how fresh they're saying these friendships are. And then a sleepover, slumber, something with a club, a bar. These are just things that are coming up. Drugs, alcohol. Jaleayah, no drugs, but definitely alcohol. The people around her, there was definitely some drugs going on there, and a lot of sneakiness, a lot of shady ass people. Two people in particular, like I said, I'm not able to. They named so many people. There's two other people here. There's two other people here. Two other people here. A woman and a boy. A man and a woman. And a boy, I'm saying a boy because this man acts very childish. There's two people here that no one's really talking about. So yes, it was a cover up. Cover up with law enforcement. Yes. And to be sure, I pulled 6 cards. So of course, the first card that comes up is a darker card. It is the Ace of Spades. This is a death card, accidents, troubles, and violence. So it was a setup to make it seem like she did have a accidental death, right? But going into 5 of Hearts, 4 of Diamonds, and 3 of Diamonds, the 5 of Hearts, we're going into the energy of growth, happiness, and contentment. Of course, it's also going into 5. I'm feeling like this is something with like 5 weeks. Connected to this 5 weeks, something 5 weeks. I know the mom and the family 3 to 5 months prior, but 5 weeks before this happened, something came up that someone could verify, which will lead to who, what, when, why, and how. Going into the next card, we have the 4 of Diamonds. This energy is dealing with passionate sex, sensual love, and emotion for profit. 3 of Diamonds, we're dealing with help from others, acting responsibly. Now, the only way this comes up, because we asked about this being a police officer cover up, and it's yes, and I like to read when the cards are saying yes, what energy is really what is contributing to this. So what I would like to know, and this is just what's coming up, okay? Not just a cover up in this situation, but there's some connections with prostitution, trafficking, and I feel like this is a law. This is a law. A member of the law. This is a member of the law, and yeah, this is connected with a whole bunch of this prostitution, emotion profit. Um, yeah, turning things out, and and usually this comes up when I'm reading people. If the person was living some type of secret life, and they were prostituting, escorting, I just think it's kind of odd that a 20-year-old would be having a sleepover with these newly found friends in 2011. In 2011, we were still a little cautious with people, right? 2007 was not like 1960, 1970. 1960 and 70, they used to have their door open. Neighbors could, come over. They would leave their door locked, unlocked, that type of thing, right? But in 2011, we wasn't doing that. So she was definitely told about the shadiness of these people, who these people were connected to. Okay. Unforeseen energy. Energy is not being discussed. Anything, energy. This earth energy comes back up again. Yes, and there's another air sign male here, older, gray. We have the Six of Spades. Dealing with spades and clubs, these are the darker aspects of the decks. This is mystery. This is things that are hidden. You know, when it comes to time frame and stuff, this will tell us if this is day or night, etc., etc. Things that are in the red, or things that are, things that are red, like diamonds and hearts. It says yes. It's saying these are obvious things, or these are things that anyone could tap into, right? So Six of Spades is going into um, sickness, right? And even going into now, this earth sign energy, something with the sickness is connected to him, right? And then we have the Six of Clubs. With the Six of Clubs, we're dealing with opportunities, possibly traveling, etc., etc. Okay, and like I said, this is out there for people who knows Jaleayah Davis and her family. You know, these clues are something that's going to help you get the answer that you need, that you're seeking. Going into the Five of Diamonds, we're dealing with rewards for wise choices, abundance. This is growth. This is success. This is freedom. This is finally feeling free, liberated from something. Then we have the Ace of Diamonds, same thing, growth, positivity, business, something coming into fruition, something manifesting. Then we have the Five of Clubs. This is dealing with wealth, hustle magic being done. This is people being sneaky. This is people possibly planning things behind the scenes, saying one thing, publicly, and then privately doing something totally different. And then I feel like this connected to this older air sign man. Okay, this is the King of Clubs, and he is a judging type of man. This is the judge, right? So he is a judge type man. He's very stern. He's if he's not actually a judge, he's some type of high authority, superior. He's a superior in his field. He's a firm man, and he plays by the rules, but also he's a little shady. I do feel like this man is connected to. This is going to be the leader for this cover. This is going to be the leader. Okay, gray-haired man, and this is the one that you want to kind of do your digging on to see what's being done. Something comes up here too, and it's so crazy because, and I'm not gonna say it's crazy because even the day that I was doing the Jaleayah promo video, right? I felt perfectly fine that day. The video gets put out that night, and this is a little side thing. That night I wasn't feeling too well. And it's just so weird. I was not feeling too well. And then going into this, I get on here. We're doing this, story. The phone was acting stupid. And then now all of a sudden the laptop is saying that it's not charged up. And it's a lot going on. And then it comes up, hustle magic being done. And I was actually thinking about this before too. There's some type of magical connection, and maybe Kim Davis or anybody connected to that could know. And Kim Davis, Kimberly, that comes up. I don't know if that's her actual name or her name is actually Kim, but yeah, maybe you would know. You would know. Okay. Definitely a cover up. Definitely mark, earth sign, air sign energy. 3 men here that are definitely part of the cover up. I would really like to know that the guy who called in, the witness, the one who stumbled across this situation, if it has anything to do with the cover up. Okay, no, he doesn't. But this man is he's either going to be a fire sign or an air sign. Mid-age. When this happened, mid-age. He was mid-age when this happened. When I say mid-age, I'm getting like between 33 and 41. Yes, and something is connected with him with 8. Um, and it's the Eight of Clubs. So this is working smarter, not harder, um, yielding, profit, etc. So this is a business owner. He's a very successful business owner, and also there's a woman here, which is either a significant other that he's been with for a very, very long time, or they're actually married. Okay. Um, will this ever be solved? Because I know that sometimes people kind of feel like they're wasting their time, right? And of course, losing a child until the day you take your last breath, you're going to get your answers. Okay. Yes, this will be solved. There's definitely some energy here holding it back, though. There's definitely people purposefully tainting the energy. I said earlier that there was a male and female that no one's really talking about, and these are the ones that are a part of the taintedness. The woman is an older woman. I feel like somehow, someway, she's connected to the law too. The law too. She's connected to the law as well. I'm not getting a police officer, but it's something with legal for sure. Um, and then we have the three cards in between them: the Four of Diamonds, Two of Diamonds, Three of Diamonds, business. Four of Diamonds is speaking of passionate sex, emotion for profit, etc., etc. Three of Diamonds, we're getting into benefactor, help from others, etc., etc. And then Two of Diamonds is profit, um, a profitable agreement, be careful what you spend, etc., etc. So I also feel like this guy is somehow, some way connected to the fight that broke out. Like I said, I'm definitely seeing here a fuller face white woman and Jaleayah having a fight. I don't know why I want to say Talia, but they're having they had it out. There was a fight that took place. Um, and there's just a lot going on, right? And going into this as well, okay? See, we might have to do a part two because I want to see on a map um, just how far, like the story is not going, it's not saying, okay, they lived in this town and then after this town, she went into this town to see their friends. It just so happened her vehicle was found 50 miles outside of the town that her friends were. Like, there's just a lot of stuff that is not being put out there into the public. And of course, they clearly are not trying to investigate it, right? According to what I've seen. Even in this little article we read, that the mother had to hire her own people to investigate it because she don't feel like it's being they're being honest about it. So definitely a cover up. Energies connected to the cover up. I guess that'll be the next question to ask. Energies connected to the cover up. Ooh, all darker energy cards. Okay, all darker energy. Nine of clubs we're dealing with. Watch over your projects. Guard your work. Act well. The 10 of spades. We're dealing with funeral, loss, grief, final ending. And it's bad, right? And then the 7 of diamonds. We're dealing with blessings granted and gifts coming. So yes, this will definitely be solved. Like I said, energy is stopping it. Figure out that energy, Kim Davis, and or whoever is a part of the family doing their stuff. Figure out that energy, and you're going to get this solved. There's just a lot, and I get like even to like while I'm sitting here talking about this, I'm getting like somehow, some way, like a split storyline, right? Like I'm getting a script was written out, a purpose, right? Like we're looking for this, that, a girl that matched the subscription to do this and do that. They did not find that girl. And then the girl they did find, which was Jaleayah, a scenario played out with her. Once again, I do feel like this is connected with something with prostituting, getting people to do things that they really don't want to do, blackmailing people to have sexual connections with others. And this is kind of like a known thing that when it comes to the law and stuff, there's a lot of secret shit with drugs and sex, prostitution, all that goes on. So I definitely feel like this is connected to this case. Let me see if I could. Because there's more energy that I wanna see if I could. You see, now I'm looking I'm on the page now. It's just some shady stuff that's all around it. I was hoping to find more tea to connect and go. This will be solved, like I said. Forgot these two energies that's mentioned in here. Um, Definitely a cover up. This is not, an accident and that's it. Like I said, unless she drove herself, the images are showing that the vehicle that was damaged, or the side of the vehicle that was damaged, was the passenger side. So that means somebody was driving. It also shows that I read somewhere where it said there was blood on the railing, so her head was like out of the window, et cetera, et cetera. I also read that the vehicle was stopped down the road with the keys in it, right? And it could have been the little podcast that I saw, but it was like the keys were parked down the road and the keys were still in the car and all this stuff. I mean, there was a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot with this. And like I said, it definitely will. And it's probably one that we'll come back and do again, because I want to. I want to pin the tail on the donkey. I want to pin it down, right? And that's what I want to do. I want to pin it down. There's a lot going on, a lot of mix up, a lot of people involved. The friends we know about, Jordan and Kristen and all that. Like I said, two other energies here that are kind of not really discussed, that kind of help with the cover up. And yes, a lot. Let me see if it's anybody in here. Okay, there we go. Hey, Mike Lava. Huida. Okay, Mike. I know that's right, honey. Yes, honey. Come on, Mike. So yeah, that's to go off for this episode of Metanoia. We're gonna do a part 2, because I definitely want to. I want to tap in, because even going into this energy, like mountain, pop up, mountain, Jacobson. There's a lot. There's so much. I'm seeing so much stuff. I'm seeing even like a blue car, a very dark blue car. And oh my God, I don't even know what this make and model, but it's a dark blue car, and the windows are not tinted. There's some type of tint on it, but you can still see in there. This is coming up. Like I said, I keep seeing this heavy set faced white woman with these earrings, significant with earrings. I'm assuming she wear a lot of earrings all the time. And I definitely feel like there's somebody has been seeking spiritual teas on this. Somebody's been seeking spiritual reading. Somebody's been doing spiritual work on this. And of course, going into you getting your justice. One thing about me, And it's one of the reasons why I really want to start Midnight Metanoia. I talked about this before, and I don't want to really put too much out there because, of course, then I'm putting myself in harm's way to a degree. And so, coming from where I come from, there was people that was coming to me for casework when I started doing my work in person, and they were coming to me for unsolved crimes. On top of the unsolved crimes, it was unsolved crimes that they felt like, I feel like I know the person who did this, but I need to know for sure. And so, of course, I would ask them not to tell me. And I'm just going to say this not be done too, because I want to keep this on Jaleayah, but I want to kind of give why I started doing this, right? And so they would come to me and they would say, I think my family, I feel like this is somebody who I know. And so I want to get a reading. I want you to come into my house. I want you to do whatever you need to do, cleansing, whatever you need to do. Come into my house, see what you're feeling, see what you're sensing, and let's go from there. And a lot of them, they never even got work done with a spiritualist, right? And so two of the cases that we actually helped solve that was actually publicized not only in my city that I'm from, but it was also publicized in another city that they found the perpetrators at. And it's so crazy how spirit work, right? Because as I was doing one of the cases in particular, I met somebody who was like externing or interning for Walmart. And he was just like, yeah, I can't wait to get up out of here. Da, da, da. And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, yeah, I'm not from here. I had to come here for a court case to get my son child support, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, so how are you working here? And he said, well, Walmart allow you to, if you need to go somewhere for an extended period of time, Walmart will let you move your job there. And when I'm done, I get to go back. So literally, the man is telling me this, and he's telling me the city that he's from, right? I won't say the city and state, because that'll be a dead giveaway. And then, girl, I still gotta go back to my home city. Hello. I still gotta go back there. And so either way, I don't know why, but he said this and it's like staying in my head. And I was like, well, let me look this up because I love traveling. So I'm like, let me look this up. So I looked this up. And when I looked this up, I see this city and I'm like, okay. And then I left it alone, right? So it's like, oh, beautiful city, blah, 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 room for growth, etc. And then I ended up having to meet up with this lady again. And we were talking about other things and how this was layers of work, by the way. This took like almost a year. Right. And, for those who follow my channel, you probably know this time period because I really wasn't on YouTube that much. I was doing so much energy, it was, oh my God, it was so crazy. And so either way, when we were talking and she mentioned that she felt that somebody or someone gave her a lead that these people that were a part of it was not from that city, but they were from this city, and they actually go back and forth a lot. And so, ding, 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 ding. I was like, wait a minute, what city? She said this city. I'm like, that is so odd because a guy that I met at Walmart, he was actually from that city, and he was actually visiting for a court case to get custody with his son, and da da da. So I'm digging, and then I did a paper trail, literally from my hometown up to another part, and it was just cities on the long, like it was all like, I would say grapevine. It was like cities along this grapevine of connection with shit that could be traced back to either end of this grapevine. And so I had chills and I said, oh my God, okay, so now I kind of know a starting point. Let me see what I could, see. And then literally I'm seeing like pictures and mug shots. So I'm like, okay, these people got arrested before. And then I'm like, okay, there's something coming up with, and there was a very different name. It was a very different name. I've never heard this name before. So I knew this was a spirit coming in and telling me this name. And I literally said, what is this last name? What is the significance of this last name? And she was all like, I don't know. And then Bam. Okay, well, get back to me because this comes up. And then 2 days later, bam, I'm getting blown up. And she's like, the last name that you mentioned is actually not a surname, but it's when someone has a name and then somehow, some way, a name was given and they start using that name, start adapting that name, but it's a variation of another name. And that's how this was. And then she was like, and they're actually friends of the family, but they're actually friends of somebody who got married into the family. So then I said, well, this last name is coming up. Literally, while I'm saying this, I'm seeing this person in my head, and I'm telling her what this person looked like. And then I said, there's another person with him, a skinny guy, and they have a nickname, and I gave the nickname. And so she just jotting all this stuff down. I'm like, when this makes sense, she let me know. She reached out to whoever she had to reach out to. I didn't hear from this lady for almost like 3 weeks. And then literally, she called me, she was crying, and bam. So long story short, and I'm saying all this to say that everything lines up. Everything works out the way it needs to work out. And like I said, what made me get into this was because I let my clients decide what type of work I do. And there we go. So that stirred up Midnight Metanoia because I'm like, wait a minute, if I can assist with that, then I wonder what else can I assist? Who else can I assist with? Like I said, this a lot of energy going to this too. Anybody who tells you about readers, people who taps into energy, it really gets you together. Especially if it was a dark situation. Um, and maybe down the line we'll go over that too. I mean, I mentioned of missing persons and tapping in and going into stuff because a lot of the men I mentioned that were done, they're tragic. There are some I've done where the person is missing, they have not, recovered a body or anything. Or I'm like, the person's still alive, they just chose to go, whatever. But I will go into things that, because we're in a Halloween month, why not? Dig up some stuff and hopefully I'll be prepared to what I might see or feel. Because like I said, whatever comes, it comes, and that's it. I don't force anything. So anyway, that's pretty much it, y'all. Hope you guys have a good night. And yes, happy full moon. This is the episode of Midnight Metanoia, Jaleayah Davis. Like I said, I will be coming back to visit this because some things are not really making sense to me. And even into me tapping into energy and bringing up names and Paul and Marcus or Mark, and very tall, biracial looking guy. There's just so much come up, colored eyes. There's just so much that comes up. Like I said, we can go over that. So either way, that's it for now, y'all. See y'all the next time. Thank y'all for stopping by here, honey. Mike and I'm Dee Dee. Bye for now. Love and truth.